the minute the ball was thrown in today. And
did they surprise you?
Yeah, they surprised me personally. I thought that, it was going to be a lot closer than a 10-point victory for Cork. But I suppose, looking at the team today, from Donlogue right up, to the corner forward, fantastic performances all round.
Is it unfair to suggest that maybe Tip made them look better by Tip not performing, or did Cork just not let Tip perform?
Well, you see a lot of people were looking at Tipperary coming into this day, into the game today, looking at the performance from the All-Ireland final last year against Kilkenny, where it was touch and go that day. And Tipperary didn't perform to the best of their ability today, and I think that showed obviously in many sectors on the field. And you'll see later on, most of the clips and the highlights will be from the Cork side.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's look at a few. And Cyril, we talked about, Cork could be hyped up now, but after the league final, people were disappointed with Cork, and a Saki selection even generated debate in Cork.
Yeah, this is Saki here. He got a lot of stick against Galway. The point I was making against Galway was he got the first ball, which was his touch let him down. Now here, like this, he gets the ball, hand pass across, makes the wrong decision. Again, another high ball going in. He's out in front. He's on Shane Cavanagh, good football, gets it. Shane blocks it down and clears it. Now Shane Cavanagh that day actually got man in the match, but it was just that he wasn't really just that sharp. Now here's the difference: high ball in, catches it, takes on the fullback, walks in. Now another ref would give the goal, creates the goal, a 21-yard free, and Pat Horgan clips a great ball. Doesn't go for the goal, he goes right down the top here into the top of the net. It's a great stroke. Again, you're going to see now again a long ball in here from John Garner. Again, up he goes again, catches again. Now I thought he was actually going to kick this one into the net, but he doesn't. It breaks back here. Again, it comes back to the sharpshooter. Pat Horgan bangs into the back of the net. Now again, Brendan Cummins won't be too happy there because it floats across him. But look at the trouble. He's like again, he was nearly dragged down. You know what was going to happen. He's causing trouble the whole time. Such a difference from the league final, and you'd have to praise Dennis Welch for sticking with him. Here again, there's another high ball going to come in. This is another goal. Now Jerry O'Connor can't believe that there's so much room here, and the question is, where are all the tip backs? There's watch inside. The sack is going to be on his own. Jerry O'Connor takes on his man, goes down the middle. He takes it wide because he can't believe he's on his own for some. Catches it, rounds the goal. He gives Brendan Cummins no chance, and he gets the goal that he deserves. He could have got 2 or 3, but it just shows you by sticking with the fella and having a bit of faith in him, what can be done. It was a great day for the Halpins because Santa Claus abroad in Australia just got a couple of goals well for Carton, and if he was around, he'd be getting goals well. Cork are on song, but you'd have to say they won all the jewels around the pitch, and Tip just weren't at the race today. They're going to lick their wounds, but it's a sign of a team how they react to defeat, and that's going to be the big test for Tip, how they react to this defeat. I expect that they will be back.
All right. Looking at Tip today, Paul, you felt they never really got into it.
No, Des, it's hard, and people will look long and hard into it and try for an explanation, but they just seem flat on their feet, and as Damien said there a minute ago, their form was really on last year's All-Ireland final. The league was up and down for them. They tried 2 new players today without playing in the league, so it was kind of questions, and I think a lot of it was kind of bad options. Lara Corbett here throws it across, Callan thinks he's all day, moves on, could have played it off there, and in the end gives a nothing ball into the forward line, giving the inside forwards no chance whatsoever. And you see here the Cork backs come out with it, and in fairness to Cork back today, they just crowded out again. Conor O'Mahony hand passes the ball, Shane McGrath great first time hurling in, and in fairness to Owen Kelly here shows great strength holding off Cadigan. But here's Callan again. Now in he comes, and when the pants back, you see Owen Kelly 2 yards behind him. Just a bad option. There was an easy score on there, and he tries the impossible. Lara Corbett again, Noel McGrath, a man inside, tries the impossible. A shot like that, if you're 5 or 6 points up, will probably go over the bar, but not when you're losing. And here's the complete opposite then. Kieran Murphy inside for Cork, didn't even consider shooting, gave it to the man in space and popped it over the bar. And small little things like that made a huge difference today.
You're a big fan of him, corner forward for Cork.
Yeah, he does a lot of work that people don't see. He reminds me of soccer players. There's a lot of little kind of hidden things. Like in Cork, he'd have his critics. He's the captain. A lot of people saying, this guy, how is he getting on the team? He doesn't score that much, but he does a lot of work, goes deep, and he's a great captain, a great leader.
As well,
and he's a great leader. He does a lot of unseen work, and does a lot of all the kind of the donkey work which people don't get credit for.
Yeah. There were a couple of very good saves in the match, Damien, but you were chatting to me earlier about Donlogue's puck-outs. Donlogue Cusack puck-outs.
Yeah, like you say, some fantastic saves, Brendan, for Tipperary, and obviously Donlogue one absolutely fantastic save today. But I think that the start of their attack really was from Donlogue's short puck-outs today. Always using his head. It's not new today for Donlogue to start. It just didn't start today. He's been doing it for 6 or 7 years, but it worked fantastically for them today. Just wondering how the Tipperary half-forward line used to drift out to the middle of the field and leave John Gardner free for him, because when John Gardner gets it, there's only one place it's going, and it's down on top of a Saki, and that's what caused all the trouble for Tipperary today.
And Paul, even if you tried to pick out, there was very few areas where Tip matched Cork, really.
No, like, I mean, Cork were on top right from the off. They set the tempo. Like, I mean, Tipperary, like, here's Noel McGrath in his own half back line, driving it down on top of Cadigan. Out he comes, uncontested. But like, Noel McGrath shouldn't be back there driving it in. Tip had no great plan. Here we go again. Just lobbing it in. The Cork backs are so experienced. You'll see here drops. Brian Murphy picks it up and won't just hit it anywhere. He'll carry it out, and again, lovely pass from Cahill Naughton, and off they go again. And like Cork, this kind of the Cork of old. But here's the big one. Paul Kernan, miss-hit shot. Look at John Gardner, all on his own, and as good a striker as a ball as there is, straight down on top of this, and Zaki, and that's the goal. So from a ball that should have really been landed in this Cork full back line, here you are, a penalty down the other end, and a swing of 6 points.
Will Tip be back?
It depends who they get in the next game. I think they have a lot of work to do, and I think the biggest thing they may have to do is get the guy to the assist. Whoever gives the assist in the forward line, give him a lot of credit, because I think at the moment they're kind of playing as too much individuals.
Right. Cyril, the nominees for man of the match today?
Well, it was all great performance from the Cork team. You had the likes of, say, Owen Cadigan coming back from injury, a great full back. He's forceful. He leads the whole time. Pat Horgan had a great game up front, got his few goals, got his few points, and he's really benefited from a good league campaign. And Asakio helping. He stood out in the sense that under terrible pressure going into the game, was involved in all the goals. They're the three main contenders as far as I'd be concerned.
Aye, Paul. And who did you decide for in the end?
We went for Zaki O'Hall being a full forward for Cork. In fairness, he had a point to prove after the league final, as we've pointed out, but I think he was so up for today. He was hungry, you know, the quality of ball I suppose went in, suited him. He's so hard to handle. Pádraig Mar was gone out there after a quarter of an hour. If he was in front or behind you, he seemed to get it. You know, he's very unlucky there. He was falling, and you know, he was just up for from day one. And you know, a lot of Cork people would have raised their eyebrows, but you know, it looks like he's after cementing his place now for the next day, so fair play to him.
Okay, well done, Asaki. And let's hear then from our man of the match.
Congratulations, Isaki, on being the GAA Championship Man of the Match for this Munster Championship game, being presented now with your award by Ray Kelly, Marketing Director of Centra.
Well done, Isaki. Appreciate it.
So well done, Isaki. Talk to me, if you can, what this performance by both you and indeed the Cork team means to you.
Oh, it means the world, especially after we lost there a couple of weeks ago in the league final, you know. I think everyone had us written off, you know, and in fairness, Dennis and the backroom staff stuck to the plan, and they believed in us, you know, and we believed in ourselves, and we just got back to the drawing board, trained hard, and we were lucky with the result today.
You must have been very pleased with that first ball that came into you, up went the left hand and grabbed it, and of course scoring a goal as well.
Yeah, I tell you, these things happen, you know, it's like the luck on the day, like, you know, you put your hand up 10 times, you might only catch one, but today I was lucky enough, I got a couple, and we got the result that we needed, so that was more important.
Well done, congratulations, and richly deserved the award as well. Well done, Isaki.
All right, still to come on the programme, Tony and Anthony talk football, but next up, action and reaction from the Leinster Hurling Championship as Antrim put it up to Offaly and Galway took on Wexford. You're very welcome back to the Sunday game. Now we're going to take a look at the action in the Leinster Hurling Championship. And first, a look at this afternoon's clash as Offaly took on Antrim. It's 21 years since Antrim caused one of the biggest upsets in hurling history by beating Offaly in an All-Ireland semi-final. So, could history repeat itself? While watching the action was Darren Farrell.
It's 21 years since Antrim beat Offaly to book a place in an All-Ireland decider. Most of these men wouldn't have even remembered it. But like the men of '89, they too had been written off before the throw-in. Today's prize, a place in the Leinster semi against Galway. And they came flying out of the traps. Neil McManus's goal helped them to a 5-point lead within 4 minutes. It sparked Joe Dooley's side into life, and they took a firm grip on proceedings with 9 unanswered scores. The pick of them, this goal from Joe's son, Shane. 5 points to the good. You'd expect the Midlanders to kick on, but it was the young Ulstermen who blitzed their opponents late in the half. There was an element of luck about this goal. Joe Scullion hit the post, but then Paul Cleary turned the sliotar into his own net. There was no doubts about this goal. Carl McKeegan latched onto the long ball from Carl Stewart and he buried it to give the side a 3-point lead at the break. They pushed on in the second half. Neil McCauley stretched their lead with this